Hello everyone, welcome to LovegLew Creations. This is Felicia. Today we have a great design for you today, and I can't wait to show you. It's going to be multiple focal points, and it's going to be a nice summer wreath. So let's wreath. All right, so I want to go ahead and show you all the ingredients for our wreath today, and it's going to be a bunch of, well, some florals, some greenery, and of course the focal point. So, and I can't wait to share that with you all. So let's go ahead and start with our focal points. So we have a nice summer sign. It says hello summer, nice and colorful. Hopefully you all can see that. A lot of colors, right? So with that being said, and I got this from, I've had it in my stash, so I can't remember where I got this from. However, I got some really unique pieces that go with it. So this says hello summer with, looks like an orange slice with the words hello summer, right? But look what I got. I got some citrus slices. So different sizes, and we're gonna use all 4 of these in our wreath today. So it's gonna go and coincide along with our sign. So pretty cool, huh? It's gonna be really, really pretty, really colorful. The ribbon selection that I have is also gonna be colorful, and I had the ribbons also in my stash. So, and don't be afraid, you all, to use what you have in your stash. So even if you don't think it goes, so once you put it all together, it'll be coordinated. So we have some really pretty pink ribbon and yellow ribbon. It's actually pink and gold. And I used this in a Valentine's wreath. I don't know if y'all remember. So this has been in my stash. I have some really cute, fun green, lime green ribbon to go with the lime green accent. So we're gonna accent our focal point with. And then I have some orange ribbon. And so I have both rows. I'm almost out of each one of these, but I like how bright this is. It is gonna help bring out the colors as well. And I might go ahead and use some white just to soften it up a little bit, the bow, but that's gonna be our ribbon. I have some butterflies I'm gonna use that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I like how they're pretty pink, and they help bring out the pinks within the wreath. And I have a lot of greenery and floral that we're gonna use. So I'm gonna use some of these pretty pink florals. I'm not gonna use these, I like these better, the light pink ones. Also have these pink florals as well. These are roses. And I pretty much got most of my florals from Hobby Lobby. The others I've had in my stash. So those are the florals. And then I have some really cute, colorful stems. We're gonna add this. This is gonna help bring out the brightness as well. I really like that. And then we just have some, like some lime green greenery, again, in my stash. And I believe I got both of these from Etsy shop called Babam Wreaths. So, and I've used some of their florals as well, and some of their focal points from her shop also. So she's got some really pretty, beautiful things in her shop. And then we may use some of these greeneries as well, just to help pop and bring out just the summer theme all around our entire wreath. I have these as well, not sure if I want to use them, but they may help bring out the greenery and bring out that summer fun that I'm looking for. Okay, so also Father's Day is right around the corner, and I'm wearing one of my shirts that I made. And so this shirt, pretty much you can customize it, so it can say my stained shirt or dad's stained shirt, or Papa's stained shirt, Grandpa's stained shirt, whatever. So it's customizable, and if you look, you can see all the different types of stains. We have a grease stain, blood stain, fishing stain, mustard stain, barbecue stain, all the different kinds of stains that a dad would probably get on his shirt, right? So actually, me and my husband, he helped create this shirt. This was his idea. But this is just one of the shirts that's on my t-shirt shop, and I'll share my shop with you all as well. And it's a different shop from my Etsy shop, but it is an Etsy shop. So that shop is strictly like Father's Day, teachers, stuff like that. And in my shop, my t-shirts are crafting and Christian shirts. So I kind of keep them separate, but as well as my wreaths in my shop. So anyway, if you're interested, I'll put it in my, link it below in my description. And I was just excited to wear it for you all, and hopefully somebody will get a kick out of it and want to get it for your husband, a father, or grandfather, or whatever. So anyway, excited to make this wreath for you all. And you know what? Let's wreath. So first things first, I have taken the liberty to go ahead and add my mesh to a 24-inch wreath base. It's a pine wreath base, and so what I did was I squished it. So I'll show you all the back so you can see how it looks on the back. Just squished it into an oval, and make sure I put enough. I used 10-inch hoops to go around the perimeter, and then I just took pieces of mesh and made squinched them, cut 15 inches and squished them together. So real simple, real easy peasy. I have prior tutorials that shows you how to put your mesh on your wreath base. So that was simple, easy, and I don't want to bore y'all with that since I've done it tons and tons of times. So what I want to go ahead and do now is add our focal point, and we're going to use all of these pieces. So I wasn't sure if I wanted to start here at the top and then have the pieces cascade down underneath like that, or do I want to have my Hello Summer focal point at the bottom and then have these cascade from the top. So I'm trying to decide which way I want to go, and I think I like it like that. Kind of gives it that, you know, a whole full effect, and everything pops down at the bottom with the Hello Summer. I think that's cute. So let's go ahead and start up here, and all we're going to do is glue on our citrus pieces, and simple, easy, and that's the reason why we have this base of mesh. I also want to point out that these citrus pieces came from a Etsy shop called Kreates. She does a really good job in making wreath attachments for us wreath makers, and I was really excited to get these from her shop, and I'll link her down as well in the description for you all to have also. So let's go ahead and start at the top with our citrus pieces. So let's move them over and get them exactly where I want them, and just generous with your glue onto your mesh. Push it on there really good, and I kind of want to have them just like that, so I want to try to keep that look that I'm going for, not get them out of line too much. All right. And what's everybody got going on this weekend? So I think my next creation is going to be live, because I really want to start talking with you all and hearing your feedback and getting your comments live. So I was able to clean out my craft room today, and got it all pretty much where I needed it. Made some room up there, and if I start utilizing my craft room, I can have the rest of my house back. And I know my husband will be happy to hear that. So, all right. So this is simple, easy, and you know what? And I like this material that Katie used. It's really nice and sturdy. She did exactly what wreath makers need. It's flat on the back, and if needed, we could have added, you know, depending on what you're adding it to. Say, I could have added this to a grapevine wreath base, and that being said, it's thick enough for me to put staples through it, put a wire on it, and attach it right onto the grapevine. So here's the other piece. I think it's flowing pretty well. I like the way it's looking. It's exactly what I was looking for. Put another glue stick in, and make sure y'all have your supplies that you need. And I have everything listed that I use is from Amazon, and I'm also setting up my Amazon shop. I have everything linked, has the link, the URL to each item, all of my supplies, but I'm going to eventually creating my Amazon shop, and that's coming up pretty soon, so you all can actually see the items when you go on to try to purchase them. All right, so far so good. I like how that looks. I like how it's cascading. I like the colorfulness, the yellow mesh, the green mesh, and we're going to be adding the greenery. All right. Okay, so now what I want to do is go ahead and add the bow. We'll add the bow, and I'm going to put a bow most likely down here, maybe one up here, or a piece of ribbon there. And then we're gonna go ahead and start adding the greenery, because the greenery is gonna be full. It's gonna take a lot of space. And I wanna be able to get our bow in there without it being covered up too much. Or we take up all the space with the greenery and don't have anywhere for the bow. So let's go ahead and do that really quick. And I'm gonna speed up the bow creation since you've all seen me make the bow. So I won't bore you with that. So let's go ahead and start with the bow. Bow. We're going to add it down to here to the bottom portion down here. So and I love how it picks up all the colors in the wreath. It's got the lime green and it's got a fun yellow happy face within the lime green. And we got the orange and we got the pink and the gold. So I think that's going to start off real pretty. And I like the fact that it's going to be right here by the colorful sign itself. And it's gonna be very, very pretty. And I'm gonna end up putting a flower in the center of it. One of the pink florals. I think that'll be pretty. So let's get this down here. Get in there really good. Let's get it on there. Definitely want it to stand out. I don't want to cover it up with my focal point. I need it to stand out because it's part of the colorfulness of this summer fun wreath. All right, let's get in there. All right, wire, work with me. All right, cool. Perfect. All right, so I definitely like how that pops. This greenery. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and cut these into stems. There's plenty of these. So let's go ahead and cut these. Next, we're going to add our spring greenery. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and start applying these on top of the mesh to help just to cover up the mesh and have it pop through the design itself. Cut this one down. So we want to get as much coverage as possible. And we also want our greenery to shine through. And I like this summer springy green color that's going on right here. I love this, how it just brings out that fresh summer look that I'm going for. And it also acts as a filler for the wreath base itself, so we don't see all the mesh, which the mesh shining through is fine. You just don't want to see a lot of it. And that's why you want to use mesh that matches your wreath. So any mesh that does shine through, it's not obvious. And it's not just, you know, going to stand out or be different. So we get that through there. And again, this is filler greenery. Use it sparingly because it's definitely a focal point as well. can see it's coming along, and it's actually popping with the greenery all around it. And just trying to do what we do to the top, we do to the bottom, what we do to the each side as well. I need to get a little bit more under the bow because I want to cover up the greenery, the mesh as well, underneath the bow. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue these pieces in, and we'll be right back. All right, okay, so next I want to go ahead and add this greenery, and I think it's just going to help add a little bit more pop to the greenery. I'm going to still add some flowers, some roses. We don't need a lot, just a little bit. But I'm going to add these to the perimeter as well to help bring it out that summery look, that summery vibe, that citrusy vibe that I think would be on a orange tree or lemon tree. So I think these will be pretty. I think that's going to add a nice little pop of color and summer look as well. So this is more, we got the focal point of course, but this is more just greenery, focal point, and a few flowers. Okay, so we're going to put them around the perimeter where I think they will definitely add some texture, help cover up the mesh as well, fill in the holes where we have gaps. And just give it that all around luscious summer citrusy look. And I'm still going to add a few tails of ribbon at the top. I think it just needs a little bit more ribbon, just a little, not a lot, just to help set it off. I like how it's light enough to just help give it a little bit more texture. And placing them in, and I'm going to glue them in once I get them in there, just in case I don't like where I placed it. So the great thing about the mesh is it covers up the pine base of our wreath base. It gives us a nice palette with the mesh. It gives us that base that we're looking for. And definitely it's malleable. As you can see, I smushed it into an oval. And yes, I could have used a teardrop base, but I can still use a round wreath base and squish it into an oval. So far so good. All right, so we're almost done. Next thing I want to do is I want to add a flower to the center of my bow. So I'm going to add a pink ribbon, a pink rose to the center. And I just have it in there just like so. Sits in there just like that. See how that sets it off really pretty? It still gives it that summer vibe. And it's going to set off our bow really, really nicely. Get it right in the center, just like that. Ta-da! Looks pretty, I like that. All right, so next I want to go ahead and add, I could go ahead and keep the same theme and use a rose to go in certain areas. I just need maybe 2 or 3 roses. I'm gonna add a lot of roses, but I do want a summer pop of florals. So I like either these hydrangeas that are just a hot pink and very subtle, not too big, or I can still add some more roses. So let's take a look and see which looks best. All right, so y'all know I'm a hydrangea fan. So, and I love the hot pink of the hydrangea, and we can sit one of these right there on the side, just like so, in between our greenery. And I think that's gonna be pretty. I think I like the hydrangeas better, and the reason why, look at the leaves around it, so pretty. It adds to all the greenery that we have on it. So, just like that, we'll put it in between the greenery that we have already, and then we'll add another one. And again, I like that these aren't humongous. They're just the right size. Not too big, not too small. And it helps give that pop. It almost looks like a Hawaiian wreath. You know, it kind of gives it that Hawaiian look to me. That's pretty. I like it, I like it. Okay, we're gonna go with the hydrangeas. Hydrangeas win because they're my favorite. It's something one of my grandsons, everything is his favorite. It's like, I like grilled cheese, that's my favorite. And everything, I like orange crayons, that's my favorite. Everything's his favorite. So school's out for our grandbabies. This was their first week out of school. And we were watching 2 of our grandchildren last weekend. And we asked our grandson, are you gonna sleep in on Monday? He's like, yes, I'm gonna sleep in. I was like, how late are you gonna sleep in? He said, 2,000 hours. We're like, okay, that's a lot of time. That's time we never heard of. So you're gonna be sleeping forever, right? He's like, 2,000 hours. We're like, oh wow, that's Rip Van Winkle time. Never waking up. Oh Lord. And knowing him, that he's our early riser grandson, whenever we have them all, and we have our grandcations, he's the first one to rise. And so 7 o'clock in the morning, bright and early. So I'm sure he was still up early. And he's the one that loves school. He loves school. So he'll be going to pre-K this year, and he's so excited. He's going to school. We're excited for him, so he is ready. And my daughter, his mom's a teacher, so of course she's been hyping him up about school. All right, so now I want to add our butterflies. So I'm just gonna, I have 2 pretty pinks right here. And I like these. And you know what, I don't think I need another ribbon. I'm not gonna add another bow. I'm not gonna add any more ribbon. So I'm gonna put a butterfly probably up here, maybe right here, and one right here in the center, just like that. And definitely this, y'all, is a summer vibe wreath. So, whoops, almost tore my butterfly. Let's fix that real quick. All right. And again, I got these from Hobby Lobby. So I just need to bend it out just a little bit. Stick it right in the center where this greenery is. Just like that. Just glue it on. Be generous with it. I need this one to be on there really good. So whoever orders this, it's not going anywhere. And yes, all these are going to be in my wreath shop, you guys. This wreath. I love the colors. I love the color vibe. Oops, on this one. This butterfly is giving me the blues. All right, let's get this one glued on so I can stop messing with it. Just like that. Bide your place, my friend. And there we have it. All right, give me a second and I'll show you the final reveal. All right, you guys, here we go, the big reveal. Final. Let's go. Here we go. All right. So how's it look? Step back a little bit. Very, very pretty. Turned out really, really nice. nice and green, looks summery, looks like citrusy. All right, cool. Don't think I need a bow at the top, so it turned out perfect. If anything, maybe some more greenery on here, and I can do that. I can add some more. All right. Okay, everyone. So thanks for wreathing with me. And y'all have a great rest of your week. Don't forget to like and subscribe. All right. Bye, everyone.